Last time I seen like y'all and Mike Hypnautic, it was this huge lavish dinner. It was like this. I can't remember exactly what was going on, but y'all was about to come out, and it seemed like the president was at this goddamn dinner. It was like just so I was like, oh, these guys is freaking Illuminati now. I think it was in Denver, somewhere in some big mansions or
Castle.
Oh, okay, so
but that was like the last time I seen y'all kind of all together, like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So what was that about, and then what kind of happened right after that?
So this story is I got a call one day that the mayor of Glendale wanted me to do a song with him and Wyclef. And I was like, that sounds cool. What is the mayor? I was confused, but they're like, okay, come to this castle and have this meeting. So I actually went to this castle, and I was like, I think I even brought Mike to that, but I went to this castle, and it was a political meeting because he was going to run for governor or mayor or something. He was a mayor, and he was going to run for governor. And I'm just sitting in this meeting, and I was like, this is interesting. I'm in a castle. So we became friends, and we started helping him. Like, he ended up sponsoring one of our albums we did. We used to put out like 10 to 20,000 albums almost a month or every 3 months just because we would get sponsors on them. And I was really inspired by the South, how like Slim Thug would sell stuff out the trunk.
Uh-huh.
We didn't have time to sell as many, so what we would do is get sponsors to take out radio ads, and we kind of made our bag from that. And then we put out free music because we kind of seen the industry changing where free music was a big thing. Anyways, we built a relationship with this guy who had a castle, and he became a good friend. And he was just like, once we started moving in that world, he's like, man, you guys can have your record release here, your album release. We did a couple songs, I think, in LA at that time. And he was like, just bring your people here. We brought Hip Hop DX to the castle.
So you see how it's like both sides working at the same time. Like, it's the independent side of who we knew, but then because the industry wants you to make a look, we were kind of like, okay, well, we'll do this stuff to make this look how it needs to look. You know what I'm saying? Even though me and him aren't really like that, it was like, okay, well, if this is what they want, then we can kind of give this like idea of it. You know what I'm saying? And then even like Hip Hop DX at the time when they came out, they was like, we never been to a castle. You know what I'm saying? They were like, we never seen a real castle like this, because he is a real castle.
It was crazy. I remember watching that video. I was like, oh, these guys done signed their life over there. They out of there.
Yeah, it's like a blur because you can't tell what the whole situation, you know what I'm saying? But then I'm sitting there like, you know what I'm saying? As I said, like, you're sitting there and you're kind of like, all this stuff, like, I don't really like. So then I'm doing stuff that I'm like making a look, because I'm not even like that. Like, I'm not even a flashy dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? So then it's like, when I'm doing it, I'm like, yo, like, this just ain't me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not willing to go like some other people are willing to go super far with things that ain't them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I even stop at the space of like, just doing that is enough to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really kick it like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't do this all day. So it's like, I'm in a space where I'm like, yo, we're conflicted at that point of like what we're showing and what the truth is to us, you know? And
some of it was true.
Yeah, some of it's true. Like, like, you know the dude, and he even wanted us in his wedding. Like, you know what I'm saying? But then it's like, I wouldn't be like posting that all day like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be like, yo, look at me.
Yeah. When you can.
You know what I'm saying? Like
10 photos of that and make it, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't have done it in that manner. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to the point where we were posting things that it was just way over glamorized, but it was all real life at points. But it's like, I would have never said anything about it because I'm just not that type of dude. Like, I just be like, yo, like, it is what it is.
We was really in the best clubs, drinking the best bottles in the world. Me and him would never pay for a bottle. I'll just be clear. Like, we've never bought a bottle in our life, and we probably had over 8,000 bottles. You know what I mean?
Yo, shit.
But that's not us either. Like, I would have never been in these clubs unless the industry placed us in these situations. So it's like, that's not really my style.
That was more like Mike's style. You know what I'm saying? And Mike would be in the Greystones in LA and everything like that all the time. And then when he bring us for it, we go to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it wasn't like our life. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not like what we wanted to do.
So, it was really his life. But
it really was his life. You know what I'm saying? So then our life was like, we were kind of like, we made good money rapping, and we just lived how we lived. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just wanted to rap and do what we wanted to do. So then all this stuff started leading to, like, as I said, like, we're doing shows that, like, at that point we're doing like numbers like 1,000 in a venue and stuff like that. And then the clash kind of comes to where we just don't see alike. You know what I'm saying? And so at that point, it was just kind of like, it was no hard feelings. It's just like, yo, I'm going to go do my thing over here, and You do your thing however you do it. You know?
Yeah, I think it's like it's respect because I think he tried. We all just had different visions, and me and him got more aligned on like what we really wanted. And after we saw that, it pulled back the curtain. You're like, that's not really what I want, and we couldn't do it. Mm-hmm. And then our singer broke off, and they went and tried some things. So it was like we were more on the independent. We always seen like we would tour with N9ne a little bit and see how he would do it and how like, okay, man, this guy's beating Drake on Forbes. Like, I want to do that. I want to be able to buy my family a house. I want to be able to do these things. And we were like, we're not that style of music, but we can take our style and still build the same type of fan base.
Yeah. And from the outside looking in, it looked like, everything was going great. Like, y'all really,
Shit. I hit Billboard. I was in LA. We were with Dim Joints, and all of a sudden, we get the call like my son had leukemia. Basically, it was aplastic anemia. So it was like everything was at its worst point ever mentally, but it like we were in the top of the world.
Yeah,
in the rap
career
world.
wise.
Yeah, we were, you know what I'm saying? But then, and then, so when we come out of that, that's when you get to the point of, I guess, like, Summer Jam had nothing, or any of that had nothing to do with the industry.
Yeah, none of our shows.
What's weird about this.
Well, let's go to that. When
What's up, man? It's Chris J. Jacking up here at Pop Austin Media, man. If you like that clip, make sure you hit that subscribe, hit that like, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on nothing. Let's go.